I have. So we will start now, or we'll wait for another 2 minutes to others to join. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, 4 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So last class we have discussed about about the sequence and join conditions. So before starting the today class, do you have any questions on that? Hello, I'm audible or?
Yes, sir.
Audible,
No,
ma'am.
Okay. So today we are going to start the indexes. Before going to the indexes, if you have any questions on last class, you can ask me, or else we will go to the index concepts.
Yeah, Mohan, we have doubt, but we have asked now it will the classes will be delayed. So that's why what we think first we completed class. After that, if you there any time after completion of time before 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we will ask. Yesterday also we are waste of time one day and full outer than all things.
Okay.
So that is the better, I think.
Okay. So you able to see this my notepad paint, right? So currently, if you write any query, so what is happened? So this is your PGA and this is your database. Okay. And the database, this is the schema. So you are connecting the schema here, that username password. So you connecting the through username password and getting the data and pulling it here. Correct. Then after pulling the from class, then you are doing the where class. So here, so here, so what we need to understand, right? So without in the indexes we have seen, so what is happening here? Let's say first let's say select star from emp where employee number equal to 101. So here which class will be executed first? From class, right? Then where class. So in where employee number equal to 101. So let's say I have a table like this. So this is the employee number. Here is the e-name. Here is the manager. And here department. So employee number 1 present in first row. Let's assume. Then like that we have a 1 lakh rows. Now if you run this statement, select star from emp where employee number equal to 101. So how many search will happen? It will start from 101 up to how many rows are there in EMP. That method will happen. Let's an example. Now we have a 1 lakh rows we have. So 1 lakh times it will be search, right? Say yes or no. Hello?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So how many search will be, how many times it will be compare employee number equal to 101, employee number equal to 102, employee number equal to 103, like that 1 lakh rows are there. 1 lakh time it will be search. Correct. So even though if you found employee number 101, so it is not stopping here. It is come down up to the last row of present in the table. So if I want to avoid these many time lagging, we will go for an index. So what is the definition of the index? You can get the fast retrieve rows. Using the index, we can get the data bit faster compared to the previous. Okay. So now, if now you know that normal search is this one. Now, if I'll create an index, then what will happen? So if you create an index on employee number, then what will happen, right? This is the employee table, right? Here is the row ID is there. So row ID is a physical address of your row. So each and every house address will be there, right? Like that, each and every row also we have a address for that address is row ID. Now, if we create an index, what will happen, right? Separately, there is a two columns data will be created. One is employee number, and second one that one is row ID. So this time, if we say where employee number equal to 101, see while fetching the EMP, what will happen, right? This time not only EMP, along with the index also it will fetch, it will keep here. This is the employee number. Sorry, this is the employee number. This is the row ID. So the row ID and employee number. Now, this time in where class, it will not go to this column. Directly it will switch to the employee number 101. Okay. Then 1 lakh rows are there. So immediately this 101, it will be matches, right? If we create a unique index, it will not go to the another row, it will skip and it will display. If you understood the difference between without index, with index.
Mohan, can you repeat once?
See, normal way, select star from EMP where employee number equal to 101. If you run the statement, first which class will execute? EMP will execute. So then what will do the after execution? What will it do the from class? It will go to the database, that EMP table, it will keep it into the PGA. So the PGA, we have a data, right? So what we are trying, right? What I am trying to say. So we'll fetch the data, we'll fetch the whole EMP data, we'll keep it in the PGA. Then where employee number equal to 101. So here, what that employee number start with 101. After that, 1 lakh records are there. So employee number 101 means first row is present for this one. Even though it is present the data, but still it will go for the 1 lakh search. Then it will display. So unnecessarily, we are founding here. We don't want to go for a next search, but still it is going that. You getting my point? 1 lakh means it will take 5 to 10 minutes. Let's assume 5 to 10 minutes time to fetch the employee number equal to 101. We have a 1 lakh records in the EMP table. So if I want to make it faster, what we'll do, right? So we'll go and create a index on the employee number. So if we create an index on the employee number, what will happen, right? Employee number from the EMP with row ID, they will create a separate object with index name, whatever providing the index name. This time, if you create index, the from class, not only table, along with the table, if you find out any index also, it will fetch and it will keep the buffer. Now, employee number 101. Now this time it will not go to the database. Directly it will go to the index. Then it will find 101 is the first row. The next search will be stop and it will display. Then it will get the 0.5 seconds approximately.
Sir, for example, if 101 row is twice in the table, like there are 2 records of 101, duplicate records. Then
we will not go for a unique index. Then we'll go for a combination, non-unique index. So non-unique index, how it will search, right?
Sir, index consume any access memory?
Yeah, it will occupy the space in the DB because it's storing separately, right? Now she's asking, we have a duplicate rows. So that time we'll go for a non-unique index. So that how it will be, right? Let's say 100 records we have. So 100 records, just for example. So it will go for a B tree structure. So the B tree structure, first 75 rows will come. In this one, 1 to 75. Here it will come 25 rows. The 25 means 76 to 100. Now, if that employee number 99, if a search will happen, right? So then what will happen, right? First it will search the B tree structure. B tree means two leaves are there, 2 nodes, okay? 1 to 75. So here is not there. So remaining, it will go for a in this one. Again here, that is 20 rows, then 5. This 5 is 95 to 100 rows. And here 75 to 90. Again 20 will be split into 2. Again 5 will be split into 2 unless and until if you get one row. So you got my point. So how it will be splitted? So based on this search, so if I want to search 5th row, which means middle, 50 row I want to fetch in the where class. So what will happen? First it will come here, 75 to this one. It will come to this node. Again 75 split it into 2. So one is, let's say 45 and remaining. So then it will go to here and this node it will verify and it will within 4 to 5 search will get the data instead of going one by one. You got the Priyanka? So how what I'm saying?
yes, understood. But this ratio is 1 to 75, 75 to 100. This can be different, or it should be like that ratio only, like 75 records to 25 records.
Always left side will be the 75%. The remaining 25% will be the right side. Always like that.
This is only PT structure ratio. It will be getting.
All the index will be go for a B tree structure only, non-unique index. Unique index,
No.
101 if it matches will come out. If the duplicate will be there, then this is the way it will follow. Yes, please. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is the way it will follow. So now you understood without index. So
Sir, there's one more thing. As we say that index is very fast, like performance wise. So does that it is also occupying the buffer space, right, in the DB? So it is not creating in PGA. Like it is getting created in PGA. The storage or how?
this problem, Priyanka. So if you create an index, what will happen, right? It will go and save in database only. The structure will be saved in the database. Only the structure will come here in the PGA, and within 4 to 5 search will get the data. You getting my point? While creating the index, that index will be stored permanently stored in the DB.
Okay, the structure will be stored in DB, not the data.
Correct. Not
Okay.
data.
So,
So here, yeah,
sir,
here,
but we, as you said, when we are searching, so it is not going to database. It is going in the buffer area, and it will directly bring the data from there and print it, right? But then it should be having data there, no?
no, Priyanka. So if you create index, what will happen, right? That index permanently stored in the DB. This is the row with the data with row ID will be already created here. So the same thing will copy index will here, then will search will happen. This is while creating the index only the data arranged like this. Only in buffer area, just it will compare 3, 4 search, it will get it. That's it.
Mohan, I little bit confusing means. See, first, if without indexes, it's searching 1 lakh rows is there. It's searching 1 lakh. If we are creating index means it's searching directly going to where class where we are writing. For example, 101 we are wrote on ID. So it's directly going to that 101, right? That only, right? Can I understand correct or not?
See, there is a two things we are discussing. One is unique index, non-unique index. Non-unique index, we have a duplicate. Unique index, we don't have any duplicate.
Okay.
So I'm taking my again one more time this map. See, this is your PGA. This is your DB. You connected Scott as a here. Here is the EMP table. So if you run this statement, select star from EMP where employee number without index, what will happen, right? This table will come and sit here. So from class is done. Then where class employee number here, right? Here first row is 101 value. Like that we have a 1 lakh rows are there. So without index, what will happen? It is 101 is matching. Still it will go and search for the 1 lakh rows. There is a time consuming. If I want to avoid this, then what I would do, I'll go and create a index on the employee number. That index will be in ename employee number. It will be created here. One is a row ID and one is the employee number 101, 102, like this 1 lakh, it will be inserted in the index. This time in from class, what we'll do, right? Not only table, we have an index also. That is also it will fetch here. So in where class employee number equal to 101 index found, right? So it will search 101 is present first row. Like that 1 lakh. So first row is matching, right? So it will come out. So what I'm trying to say, boss, it's 100 is matching. Then it will take the row ID. It will go to the row ID. The complete row will be displayed in your screen. Now the question is, if it is a unique index like this, if a non-unique index, which means 101 duplicated twice are there, that time we'll go for a tree structure. So this is also will be stored in the database only. 75 rows in left side and 30% of the rows in right side. Like that, only 2 branches will be split. Let's say 50 rows I need to search. So instead of going to 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5 like that 50. So how many search will happen? 50 search will happen. So if in the case of B tree structure, what will happen? 50, right? It will come here. Yeah, 75 rows like this. In the 75, again it is split it into 45 rows. Again 45 into split it into 30. So in 30, 1. So 50. How many search? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 searches. I'm getting the 50 employee number. So instead of going to instead of going to sequential order 50 times, instead of going to 50 times, only 5 times I can fetch the data. If he has an employee, 100 employees present in the EMP, this is a BT structure.
Okay, Mohan. Yeah, understood.
Yeah, Priyanka, you understood, right?
Yes.
Now we'll go and see the syntax. How will we create? Okay. So the index structure will okay, we'll go here. This is the index. Create index not emp. So in job, usually so I'm seeing the plan for the emp table. Okay, set auto trace on. Then I'm running the select star from emp where emp number equal to 101.
Sir, what is open trace, sir?
Priyanka, what is?
Auto trace.
See, this is the execution plan. In every query, it is planned, right? You ask the performance tuning, right? So
Yes, what I was asking, as we do set server output on, so the package gets activated, the package gets enabled and they can print,
set auto trace on means
and that is like that. What is set
no, your
auto
voice
trace?
is breaking and I'm getting some additional voice, Priyanka. See, I will explain. So I got your point. You mean to say the dbms set server put on means dbms underscore output that package will be enabled. Now what will happen? Set auto trace. See, set auto trace on means the select star from emp where the employee number is 1 not right. The query, what plan it will going to, that plan it will going to display.
Okay.
Got right? Just this query execution, which plan it will go and take the data. See, even though there is no row selected, the data came, but what is the execution plan? This is the execution plan. Same query, if you run it here, 7788. Okay, so this is the plan. Now, if you see right, the CPU cost and this is the matter. So table full access. See, always table full access should not be there. So if I'll create an index, what will happen? We'll see. The index name should be table name, then column name. Before that, index. This is a standard we'll need to follow. So index created. Okay. Now, what we are discussing here. Now earlier it is table fetch and fetching and getting that 7788 record. Now index also came, right? This time it will not go to the database, it will go to the index only. Now we'll see the plan for that same query. See, this time select statement 001 table access by the index row ID, index range scan. But here will be, even though very less data, CPU cost will be 21. Okay, but here if we see here 33 and table full access. Table full access means in the table each and every row it will be searched 7788. Even though it is matches, it will go to the entire table. But here not like this. So index range scan and access by the index row ID. So index scan range means it will matches, it will come out, then it will take the row ID. That row ID again it will go and fetch the data from the table. Understood?
What is the CPU cost? What?
That is a query execution time. See, basically simple. If you understood this one,
Yeah.
you connect to the SCOT, you have a EMP table, Here is the 7788, the employee number. Okay. And before that, there is a 10 rows. And after that, there is a 20 rows. Just assume. Now you are running the query. That query is select star from EMP where employee number equal 7788. This time what will happen? It will fetch here in the buffer. Here is the 7788 before 10 rows. 7788 is employee number. Then 1 lakh rows are there. The first query, what will happen here? In this one, right? Table access full means the EMP table, first 10 rows, it is not matches, and 7788, it will matches into in the 10th position, but still it will go for a whole table data. This is the what. Understood up to here?
Yeah, okay.
Now, what we done, right? So we created an index on EMP number. So where and what is the syntax to create? If we say here, create index name on EMP employee number. This is a syntax that time what will happen in the EMP table, it will be created here in a EMP table. This is the 1 to 10 records, after that 7788, and after that 15 rows. Just for time being, I'm taking example. This is a row ID. This time, not only EMP table, this one also will come. Now this time, it will search first row, not matches. 10 rows, it will search 1, 2, 3, 4, like no matches. 11th position, it is matches, then it will come out. So that is the thing will happen here. So, and while happening, there earlier it was a full table scan. Now this is called as a index scan. So this is the index is there. I scanned only index, then I'm getting the data. This information will tell you index is used. Understood? Clear?
Mohan, one more doubt, actually. As you said, now the index after the 10 rows has been searching, and the 11th row is 7788, our employee number, and it will come back, it will return back to this position. And after that, again, it will start searching of the remaining 1 lakh,
No,
I mean, remaining,
no,
or it
no.
will just stop there.
No, only it will stop, then will come out. That is a unique index. It is a non-unique index, so it will go for a tree structure like this. 70 first there is a 100 rows are there in the EMP table. The 100 rows, it will be categorized the T structure. Then it will come out, it will fetch.
Here I got the doubt actually in the tree structure. You said that 75% is left hand side and the 25% on the right hand side. As per that, the tree structure will be divided again into subdivided again, right?
Yes.
So in that scenario, how it will be fetched that our employee number is 7788? Other than that, we don't know anything.
The row ID is there.
Okay, row ID.
So row ID is the address of your row.
Okay.
So
but we didn't mention that row ID anywhere else.
That will be created automatically. Row ID, comma, EMP dot star. Let's say ename from EMP. So this is the row ID. This is first 4 letter. It will tell you table name, address, right? So how will you categorize your let's say state bank account, your house number based on your district, mandal, then panchayati or municipality, then it will give the unique code. In the bank also same, state code, district code, mandal code, then it will be the sequence number, your SBI account number. Like this here also, this is up to here is the table name. This is up to here the data block name. This is up to here, your table space name. This is the row. Row will be changed if you see here. Up to here is same because this all the rows will be saved in one data block, one table and one table space. And after that, the position 1, 2, 3 position will be changed here. This is the row ID. Remember, if you know the row ID, your database will be hacked. So row ID, we can't able to touch it. It is automatically created by the Oracle. So what it tells is this 18 digits hexadecimal number. Okay, it will tells you the row ID. So 18 digits only, and 18 digits will be adjusted. It will not go for a more than 18 digits.
Sir, here table name is EMP, but it is code is some different.
Where is the code is different? This is EMP only.
Row ID is triple EM.
Hmm?
In row ID it is triple E, na?
Triple A, what it indicates? Table name. See, EMP table it not come. Table also it will be one code, and your data block also will be one code, and your table space also one be code. Then the row will be inserted. The one row is not equal to another row, right? That will be changed.
It is EMP of that row ID.
Yeah, I'm calling EMP only, right? If you see the statement.
Yeah, that triple AUD means that is the row ID of EMP.
No, this is the complete row ID of a one row in a table, not for
Okay.
the EMP. If for EMP, if you want to ask how many rows are there, right? That many row IDs will be created automatically.
But triple AUD means that is the table name, you say that.
It is not table name. It represent the tables.
Okay.
It will represent the table. So if triple AUD is a represent the table name, and this is represent the data block, and this represent the your table space, then it will be the represent of the row ID. In the
So sir, the index which we created now, that is a normal index. That is not a unique index. Because we have a unique keyword.
I understood. See what you were trying to say. In whatever creating the index is a non-unique index, correct?
Yes, the one which we created for 77788, that is non-unique index.
I didn't get you what you're
The
trying.
index which now got created, no? Just now you created an index that is non-unique index, right?
Yes. Unique index just will put the unique. But anyway, that employee number already we have a primary key, so automatically it will take in the unique index. See, unique index just there is a keyword will become unique. That's it.
Yes, that I was saying. Because there's one more question. If there's a primary key on a table, do we have to create explicitly an index on that, or we should not create it?
See, if we create a primary key, by default, unique index will be created. On top of that, still you can go ahead and create. I mean, create and then, or else if you can create your own, or else you can leave it as usual.
Okay, it will not degrade the performance. It will not degrade the performance, no? If we are creating index on
If
primary.
we create more index, what will happen? Now you should tell. See, anyway, for example, this table has a 15 rows. The index created on the here is in 50 rows. Now I inserted into another 10 rows. Where as soon as insert into the data into the table, index also restructure into 35. If your table size increased, automatically your index size also will be increased.
Sir, primary key is created on employee number, am I right? But by default,
primary key by default index will be created.
but why it much of take 3% of CPU while fetching the data?
I didn't get you.
While fetching the query, select star from
Hmm.
initial.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one. It takes 3%. Now by default, unique index is created. Why it will be take that much of time?
I didn't create
While
the unique index. Yes, I roll back that EMP underscore backup. From there, I created.
Acha. But anyhow, PK will exist. Definitely, unique index will be created.
Yeah,
When we are
index will
fetch
be
the data, it
created.
will take less
But
time.
still, even though if we index created, what will tell to the Oracle, boss, take that index with my name and do your operation. Okay. So always better to create a index. And on top of that, you'll go for create a primary key. First you create index. On top of that, you can create a primary key. That way, will both will be sync up one place. If you created by default, what will happen, right? The naming will not get it. So it might confused in the production. That's the reason we are creating. Or else, if you don't want confusion and all, you can leave it. It will work as usual.
So if there is a table, there is already a primary key done in the table because but these four tables are already created. So what index we should create on that table? That
Hmm?
primary key column.
I didn't get you.
I am saying that normally when we get to do indexing, the tables are already created with primary key.
That time
So
you can
we don't
ignore.
get
See,
chance.
there is a two ways. If you create a primary key, automatically unique index created. So you can leave it. So because I can able to identify that name. If you're not able to identify the name, then you can go and create a one index. Then while creating the primary key, you can tell use this I created index. That is a syntax will be created. That syntax we need to tell.
But because what happened is I think the guy who was asking the question was asking that already on primary key the unique index is getting created right by default, but still it is utilizing the CPU area. I think it is full table scan. So how we will understand that now it is not working and we should go and create a index on the table on the column because already primary key is there by default unique index working, but still it is not giving a performance proper. How we should understand that it is getting mapped or not mapped?
Priyanka, see for that one, right? If it is still it will take the access full, right? Then we need to change the where class. And also in where class, what are the column we mentioned? That columns we need to go and create the index. Okay. Sometimes what will happen, right? The table statistic gathering will happen. That is purely under performance issue. But as for the index, you should understood this. Then only you can go for a next step. Okay. You can ask me separately. Okay. Then I will explain the performance tuning. But so far, you people are understood. Without index, with index, what will happen? Unique index, what will happen? Non-unique index, what will happen? If you understood the 4 point, then you are eligible for 3 to 4 years of experience guy, how they will understood, right? Same way you're going to understand for the next topic. So what the interview question will ask, right? Then I will answer you that question, Priyanka. And also your voice is
Yes.
not that much of getting background noise and all. Definitely I'll going to answer. But as of now, did you understood or not?
Yes, understood.
Okay. So there is a primary key and there is a unique and non-unique index. There is a composite index. Remember one thing. Composite in the sense on two column. If you use the two column in where class also we have to use the two columns only. If you created a unique index on two column and you are using the one column in the where class, that time index will not work. That is called skipping the index. Okay. So there is a these and all type. Basically that is one. These are the function based index means in where class. See, only we think you need to understood in where class what are the column we are going to use frequently. That column is a like a upper of last name I have used, but I have index on only last name. If you use the upper function, it will skip. So what you need to do again, we need to create index like this. So I have given the notes for this index. This is a whole, at least basic idea of index. On top of that, I give the small, some additional information on the index. Understood?
Yes.
So ask this question so that what I'm planning to take, planning to ask, right? So now we'll start the subquery. If you understood, or else I'm planning to complete within four classes. I'm going to complete all the SQL. So what I have mentioned in the syllabus. Okay. So subquery is pending. So let me share the syllabus here. My screen is visible, right? So this part we completed. Constraint, functions, and data retrieving techniques, columns, alias name and all, and classes, and working over that aggregate functions, union all. That this is the thing is pending. I'll explain. And this is and row number, row ID, next value, curve value, level. So level is pending, and view also is completed. Synonym. This snapshot nothing but a view. Sequence also done. Index also done. Now this pending is only two concepts with this one. This one. Hello.
Snapshot.
Hello.
Yes, yes, I'm asking what is snapshot? Snapshot.
Snapshot nothing but view only. But before 9i, right? They used to call the snapshot, and after 11G they used to call as a view. But the older people who are working more than 10 years, 11 years, right? They used to call the snapshot. Snapshot nothing but a query only. That's it. After snapshot, they added some additional feature. Then it came into the view.
So snapshot means it stores any tables.
Yeah, query answer in the sense it's a table only, right?
It saves.
See, snapshot nothing but let me go back here. Okay, so I will give you that example also. Snapshot also I will give you. Don't worry. But it's like look like it is same like a view only. The snapshot I will give you. That is just 5 to 10 minutes of concept. This one. So whole thing I'll prepare the notes. So just I'm reading this one. So if you understood this one, you no need to by heart everything. So just keep this concepts. So normal way, normal index. This is the normal index. Normal index in the sense in non-unique index. If I want to create a unique index, just you need to create the unique index. But make sure this is the table name and which are the column you used to use in where class, right? That should be written in the here. That should be created as an index wherever using the where class. Who will decide it? Your team lead will be decided. You no need to worry. Okay. Then compositive means here is one column, right? Instead of one column, if you use the two column, that is called compositive index. Okay. Then there is a bitmap index. The bitmap index in the BT structure that all duplicate data. So that will be created here like this. Bitmap. Then function based. Function based means in the column, right? If we use any function in the where class while fetching the data, so we are using this function, including function also. That's it. These are the mainly ask the questions. Still, if you want to go for more depth and 7 years and 8 years, 6 years of experience people hold, right? That will be, based on your experience will come. So the where class, if you changing, table name will change front to and last, and what is the volume of data. There is a 2 table data is very less, then we'll go for a go and create a primary key. The duplicate data will be there, we'll go for a foreign key. If we don't have any primary key, foreign key in the table, then we'll ask the DB, engage with the DBA, go and create like this, we will suggest it. That's where the performance tuning will happen. See, performance tuning is like a technique. So your technique, your logic technique is, it might be different to me. Mine is different to you. So there is a way actually. There is no, in performance tuning, there is no book like, you have to follow these standards. No. There are so many approach. You can follow any approach, but ultimate aim is you need to get the data very fastly. That's it. Okay, this is about the index story. Okay, and also I am planning to take weekend. One weekend I'll go on. I am planning to take, and also I uploaded software, but still it taking 75 minutes onwards. Still is uploading. So then I dropped it, and again I'll zip it some partially. Then I'm uploading. Probably today I'll upload. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow or Monday, Madhu sir, whenever get a free time, right? He is going to share with entire SQL software and PL SQL, including notes also. I prepared notes and videos. Both will be there in one place. Then you can get it. Okay. That's it. But I'll let you know. Madhu sir will let you know tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Weekends, I will take 2 hours or 3 hours class for remaining concepts.
Sir, this weekend.
Hmm?
This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. I'll let you know Saturday or Sunday based on my availability. Madhu sir will going to intimate you. So it may take 2 to 3 hours class to complete the SQL.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't have any questions, I'll stop here and I'll let you know the Sunday or Monday timing also. I'll give you Saturday evening. I'll give you the timing whether I need to connect the Saturday night or Sunday morning or Sunday evening. Okay.
Sir, how many classes you take?
Okay,
Only
sir.
3 hours. After that, do you have any classes?
I didn't get you. So after that, almost 20 I have taken, and one class for revision I will take, not for Sunday. Next Sunday and all, I will take the revision class for everything. So if anybody mention, that one also I'll cover. So it will take more than 20 if you calculate.
Okay.
See, forget about how many class you covered, but how much information you got it. That's the matter.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Okay.
people are, you need to tell so how you are getting that information. Mostly it will not available in the books, I am sure, because based on concepts level, if we understood bit more, then only we can tell this much of theory. I'm not giving any definition, I'm not giving any notes, but I am always go for the real-time scenarios. That will help you. Book reading, everybody you can get it the book and you can read it. But this experience based on this class, or else you can get experience, then only will get knowledge, this kind of knowledge, as per my understanding. Okay, then so there is no class, then no class means there is no questions, then I'll stop the class and I'll let you know tomorrow evening when can I take the 2 to 3 hours class. Okay.
Mohan,
Hmm.
Mohan, what is the bitmap? Bitmap? I'm not understanding bitmap.
See,
Bitmap index.
BT structure only we call as a bitmap. If you see, right, that structure that is called bitmap. See, these are the data structure. See, if you go for our MCA or BTech, right, we used to study the data structure, BT
Yes.
structure, linear search. So there is a one BT structure is a popular search to fetch the data with less time. That's why it will go for a B tree.
Bitmap.
Bitmap is duplicate data we are going to create. Let's say there is a one column. Okay, let's say this table.
Okay.
Here 1 lakh rows are there. Okay, there is a one column gender.
Okay.
Male and female is there, right?
Oh.
So bitmap index, what will happen, right? We'll create a bitmap index on more duplicate. Is gender is the male and female. So let's say, okay. So now what will happen, right? Bitmap index will created 2-dimensional. Okay. This is for male. This is for female.
Okay.
All female row IDs will be here, and all female row IDs will be here, and male row IDs will be here.
Okay.
So that is, see, what will happen? There is a only 2 gender, male and female. So that will be, instead of searching all 1 lakh record, this is a easy way, right? Either is male is there, yes. Based on row ID, it will take that, it will display. It's female, it will search. You got it right? What is a bitmap?
Yeah. Now I got.
So why we are doing all the index, right? To get the fast data. That's it. Faster accessing the data only.
In bitmap index.
What is the difference between
Hello.
bitmap? Priyanka, yeah, Priyanka, your voice is clear, but your voice, background voice is dominating to your voice, actually.
Okay, I was saying as we in B tree index, there is a formation of nodes, like there is a formation of tree. And in the bitmap index, how it goes for searching, it will get only 2 index, for example, male and female, where we know the options will go on repeating, like male, female, yes or no, these kind of columns, we will create bitmap index. But how it will go internally and do the mapping?
That case, you need to use the set auto trace on. This is the command we will use. We'll get to know. This query or explain on. See the difference between auto trace and explain on, right? Auto trace, it tells you before execution the plan, and explain plan will tells you after execution the query. There is a difference. Based on that only we can identify whether it is going the bitmap index or BT index. Hello? You are not talking about correct? Yes, please. Priyanka, are you asking something?
No, sir, understood.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm stopping the class. Okay.